JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is a relatively simple anime that deals with very surface-level themes and messaging, in theory, and for the most part this holds water. However, there is a lot of unintentional symbolism, and it's why the series has become so gripping to me personally. So, at risk of analyzing a big man go punch anime, today I'm going to be talking about some of that unintended symbolism in regards to Jotaro's character, and explain basically Jotaro's whole gist in regards to his interpersonal relationships and his fate in Stone Ocean. So spoilers. So back in 2020, I created this meme before a physics test instead of studying, and posted a rudimentary explanation on my old Twitter, which has been suspended now. Despite me making this almost 3 years ago, I think it still holds weight, and so we'll go through the points made one at a time. So, Heart and Eyes of the Ocean. Evidently, Jotaro loves the ocean and the life that resides in it. This can be seen with his pins, the starfish pattern on his clothes, the memorabilia in his office, not to mention his job, etc. This is reflective of his love for his family. Much like the lifelong dedication you have to possess a doctorate in a subject, Jotaro dedicates his life to saving his family from the aftershocks of Dio, which he includes himself as part of because he and Dio have the same special power, so to speak, time stop. And the implication of having a soul so similar to Dio preyed on an already existing fear Jotaro had about being a danger to his loved ones, which is most evident when he confined himself to the jail cell to avoid hurting Holly, and it makes it so he just simply doesn't trust himself near his loved ones. But ironically, Jotaro's love of the ocean is also representative of how he's different from Dio, if only he realized these differences. Basically, Dio is the desert. He's powerful and consuming and intense, and the creatures who live there have to prove they're worth the space they take up. This is similar to Dio and his relationship with his followers. This contrasts to Jotaro, who, despite his stoicism and aloofness that parallels the ocean's salt, is, well, the ocean, which is where life started. Which, going along with the metaphor, means Jotaro is safety and even comfort for those who care about him. Jotaro loves a lot, and he's loved in return. They don't need to prove they're worth his love like Dio has his followers do, and even those Dio actually comes to care for, like Pucci or Jonathan. The only thing is, they need to weather the waves that try to push them to shore and away from Jotaro's grasp. Jotaro and Dio are the two extremes of the same scale, but the way they are extreme differs vastly as a result. They're both hard to truly reach and aloof, they both want to be the most powerful, they just want it for different reasons. Dio wants it to save himself, Jotaro wants it to save his family. Neither of them got their wishes, but more on that in a second. Anyway, since the ocean metaphor is all about how Jotaro loves, he thus has the heart of the ocean. As for the eyes of the ocean, I just think Jotaro has sea green eyes, that's it. As for the star shit, it's pretty simple to establish the connection. Jotaro is a Joestar, star platinum, the literal actual manifestation of his soul and will, takes after the star tarot card. I do think the star connection is obvious, now let's dive into why it makes me insane. Jotaro had his life ruined because of trauma he underwent in a desert where he can almost, but not quite, see every star visible from Earth. So first, to understand the significance of this, we need to know a bit about astronomy and Earth-based observation. The world, as in the Earth, not the stand, is divided up into latitudinal and longitudinal lines. Latitudes are the horizontal lines. There are two notable latitude lines, the Tropic of Capricorn and the Tropic of Cancer. If you lived between these two latitudes for a year, you'd be able to see every single star that is visible from Earth. But Cairo is only just north of this little section. It's literally only 7 degrees away from the Tropic of Cancer. What does this mean re Jotaro? Well, we all know Jotaro is at his strongest during the Dio fight, as it says that pretty plainly in Stone Ocean. But after that fight, Jotaro kinda regresses, because he's scared of what him being able to use time stop means for himself as a person. Jotaro represents the stars, as I already established, so the fact that he never lives up to his potential because he's scared of himself is reflected in the fact that he lives through his heaviest trauma in a place where it's so close, but ultimately not possible to see all the stars from Earth. You could say it's one step too late. So this is also reflected in the fact he can't save Jolene. He's so close, but he's not enough. Because he's scared, because he's out of practice, because he's kept himself under lock and key for too long. Much like all the stars will never shine down on Cairo, Jotaro will never be as capable as he could have been had it not been for Dio's influence. So, Jotaro, the man with the heart of the ocean and the soul of the stars, faces his greatest adversary and goes through the worst trauma he'll ever endure in the desert of Cairo, Egypt. The desert where you're so close, but ultimately not completely able to see all the stars visible from Earth. I hope you get it. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I got a new microphone and so I wanted to test it out with a quick little video essay because like I mentioned on that one video where I was like drunk, I wanted to get more into video essays this year, particularly JoJo video essays, because I really think I have like a parasite in my brain and it won't leave me alone regarding JoJo. It's been 4 years now. But anyway, so I just wanted to put this out to just kind of test my editing and the new microphone, and how I do reading scripts, and yeah, just all that. So yeah, I apologize if this is a little messy. I will do my best to learn how to navigate this some more. And yeah, thanks for watching.